What's the best rare game on the Nintendo 64? But by rare, I mean the company.
Oh God. Okay. Are
So
you gonna tell me what they are?
that would be helpful, wouldn't it?
Because I,
Let's
you
pause.
just tell me. I'm not gonna try and guess them.
Okay. All right. So here are the games for you.
Yeah.
So of these games, which one is the best rare made game? So
Okay.
the rare company. So we got Conker's Bad Fur Day, GoldenEye, Banjo Kazooie, Donkey Kong 64, Perfect Dark, Diddy Kong Racing, Jet Force Gemini, Blast Corps, Banjo Tooie, Killer Instinct Gold, Mickey Speedway, which kind of caught me by surprise. I didn't know
Yeah.
they made that game. Killer Instinct 2. Although if I miss one, please butcher me in the comments.
Okay.
So
Okay.
of those games, which is the best game for the N64?
Okay, I'm glad it's like developed by Rare and not the best Rare game.
Developed by Rare, yeah.
All the really rare expensive games are terrible,
Yeah.
like that stupid scooter game,
Yeah.
and Super Bowling. So
I think Rare, when they were a company, nobody knew in the
Yeah.
future that games would be rare.
considered rare.
Yeah. So
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you of those games which ones I've played.
mhm.
So I have played GoldenEye, and I've played Killer Instinct Gold, and I've not touched any of those other games.
Oh wow!
So
Oh wow!
I'm gonna get roasted for
So
sure.
maybe the question should have been, which of those games have you played?
Yeah. No, so what I'll say.
So of the two, which is the better game?
So Killer Instinct Gold, I remember renting it, and I remember being really blown away because if you beat the game, like there was, I think it was either when you finished the game or one of the levels, it actually had singing in one of the songs, which I
Okay.
thought was really cool. Like it was like there was lyrics like
Yeah.
with voice, which was pretty cool for back then. Yeah, I remember one of my rich buddies in high school had the 64 like right when it came out, and that was one of the first games we rented for it. GoldenEye, I remember playing multiplayer with my stepbrother and his friends a lot of the time. That game, so I suck at shooting games. I cannot aim with a thumbstick, especially the Nintendo 64 controller. Again, it's terrible. So in that game, I was really good at like finding people and sneaking up on you. So I knew where to go to get people. The problem is, if I surprised you, I would shoot at you and miss like 10 times, and then I would just get like headshot.
So you're talking about like four-player multiplayer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. So that's what I remember of that game.
Which, by the way, back in the day, you had to be in the same room.
Yes.
So you could see the other person's screen.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm not dissing you. I'm saying like it was a lot harder to play those games because you knew the person could see you.
Well, no,
so
and I was really good at looking at the screen.
Moving. You had to move a lot.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you'd look at a wall.
But I could find people very easily. Like
Yeah.
I knew the maps, but I couldn't aim worth a shit. So it sucked. Sucked for me. I would always lose. But I enjoyed that game a lot. So I'm gonna pick GoldenEye. And then out of all the other games, I've played Conquer. Couldn't get into it. I know it's like your favorite game of all time.
Top 5 of all time, yeah.
But of the games on that list that I would really like to play would be the Banjo games. Like I like those 3D platformers, mostly from the PS2 era, but those were kind of like, that was the start of it. So I'd love to play those two.
Yeah, I think Banjo, I've never played Banjo either of the two, and I think those would be really good games to play.
Oh, and I've played Diddy Kong Racing, but not enough. I mean, I've been told it's better than Mario Kart.
Yeah.
So, try that too. So we'll play some Banjo and Diddy Kong at some point.
Yeah, I've heard the same thing. So I'll sit the games I played: Conker's Bad Fur Day, GoldenEye. I played Perfect Dark, and man, that might be it. And I have played a little bit of Jet Force Gemini. I've played a little bit of Blast Corps. I've played a little bit of Donkey Kong 64, and I've actually played a little bit of Banjo Kazooie, but not enough to get into them and to like judge them.
And it's funny because all of those games that you've mentioned sell really well at our store.
All of them.
Like even like Jet Force Gemini and Blast Corps, those games sell all the time.
Yeah.
So they must be good.
And they're not like crazy expensive compared to other games, so people love them.
Yeah.
So for me, I chose Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark is actually better than GoldenEye.
But Fur Day is like your favorite game of all time.
Well, here's the thing. It's not. No, Conker's Bad Fur Day is a top 5 game for me.
Yeah.
Absolutely, okay? And I absolutely love that game. But if there's a game that I'm going to choose, like what's their best game that they made?
Okay, yeah.
I think it's Perfect Dark. You have the multiplayer, you have the single the single campaign mission, and it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And it just built on GoldenEye. And I think anyone that played GoldenEye and loved it, and I love GoldenEye. That was my favorite game for a very long time when I was playing the N64. will admit that Perfect Dark is the better game. Now, what's probably the drawback of Perfect Dark is that the story is like self-made, so it doesn't follow a movie or anything. It's their own story, which I think maybe hurt them a little bit, because if they had gone with like
it's not based on a
title,
movie with a budget,
it would have sold a lot more. But I think they did that to save money. I remember saving up for that game. I remember looking at screenshots on the internet back then of like, oh, there's like
1999 or whatever.
The website was just brutal. I went downtown Ottawa. There was a game store. I bought it for like, I think it was like $95.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you probably paid $100 for it.
Yeah,
and you needed the expansion pack.
It had the expansion pack in it.
Oh, okay, okay, that's not too bad.
I think it did. Maybe it didn't actually. I can't remember.
Because I have a Donkey Kong game with it. Well, if they had a bundle, then you could get it for $100.
I can't remember if I had to get it, and then I just fell in love with the game. Like, also the multiplayer, you could play against not robot.
Oh,
you
like
play
AI?
against like AI.
Really?
And you could set the meter to like.
You could make them really stupid.
You could make them stupid or like smart. But
okay.
what was the meter? It was something like ground meat or something, or like
okay.
It was like super easy was basically like you would just destroy them. There was also a gun range on it, so you could try out all the guns.
Okay.
And it was a well done game.
Maybe I could have used that. I could have practiced my thumbstick aiming.
You would have loved it. And like the graphics were better. I loved that game. Like that to me was like.
Have you played the one on the 360 that they made?
I have not.
Okay.
No.
I heard that one's kind of.
Yeah.
But.
I mean, I played it at the time. Like, I don't really play a lot of first-person shooters, but that game I was in love with, and I think it's their best game they made for the system. Having said that, I haven't played all of them, right? So,
yep.
All
cool.
Right.
Good question.
All right. So that was question number 3. All right. So question number 3 for Joe, that he does not know the question. So this is a blind question.
And you're going to debate that I do not know the answer
Joe.
either.
Yeah.
So.
No, I won't. So, all right. So this one you're going to absolutely love, all right?
Oh, okay.